So I'm no longer a kid and I've got a scoliosis. What should I be doing? That's a question I get asked often. In today's video, I'm going to dive in to what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, and when you should be concerned. So my name is Dr. Gregg Gerstin. I've been helping people to remove the blockages from their health for the last 20 years to live amazing, fantastic lives. Scoliosis is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart. I have one, and I work on managing it every single day. I've had family members who've had them and had to take different pathways to wind up being able to get through the day. If you or someone you know is outside of where we typically think of scoliosis showing up, and that usually winds up being, we think of it as a kid thing, probably between 10 and 15 years of age, and you're wondering what should you do, or you've got pain from it, what should you do? There are a few steps that you really need to wind up taking. First off, you need to work with someone who specializes in understands scoliosis. Scoliosis is a complex disorder of the spine where it starts to collapse on itself. So not all physical therapists, not all chiropractors, not all orthopedists, even if they're spine orthopedists, really know how to manage this in a state that's less than surgical and more than and needs some attention. So that's something that I've worked on pretty extensively just because I've had this problem and I look to help more. If you are outside of that area, and right now I'm doing this because we've had in the last week 2 20-somethings come into our office who have got scoliosis that measure over 25 degrees. Now that's pretty big. And they're having problems with it and they don't know what to do. There's a few steps that you can wind up taking. Now the typical standards that we find in healthcare wind up saying that below 10 degrees, you're not even considered a scoliosis. When you wind up being between 10 and 20 degrees, that's really where chiropractic and or exercises can have great results in reducing the bend on the scoliosis as well as reducing the symptoms. When we start to get over 25 degrees, that's where it really becomes complicated because you're not in no consideration in need of a surgery unless there's winds up being some kind of a tumor, cyst, or mass. And you're at a point where the bend is so big that gravity winds up pulling on you all the time, and you may not respond to traditional therapies that have worked either before or that work for other people. So the physical therapy may not be working, the traditional chiropractic may not be working. And that's where we've been able to really specialize in some spinal decompression, chiropractic biophysics or spinal remodeling, as well as we wind up developing unique and personalized braces that wind up helping to decompress the spine, not just for this acute episode that you're in, but when you fall into this age group, you wind up potentially having problems with continued progression and degeneration. So we need to be really, really aware of that. If you or someone you know is falling into that category, let's make sure that they watch this to get some answers. Then let's hop on a discovery call to figure out what's going on and what's the next best step in terms of answering the problems to the challenges that you're in so you can get back to an amazing, fantastic life. Once again, my name is Dr. Gregg Gerstin, and thank you for letting me be a part of your health.